What them haters talking about?
What's up, family? The mother and son of two people murdered in cold blood by an uncivilized mutt in Tops grocery store in Buffalo, New York, took their seats in front of Congress and gave pained testimony about their loss and their insistence that the federal government does something to see to it that something like this never happens again. Fam, that's wishful thinking at best. The federal government, it is my opinion, does not care if something like this doesn't happen again. In fact, I'll go as far as to say they want something like this to happen again. They must want something like this to happen again because they don't do anything meaningful to address it every time it happens. They just kind of sweep it under the rug and throw a little prayers, maybe name the street after somebody, pass a little law with no teeth, and then they move on. Especially if it negatively impacts the blacks. They don't care. If you want to see to it that something like this never happens again, it's on you. The government is not going to protect you. That is not what it's designed to do. The government, if you are black, is meant to oppress you. That's right. Tell the truth and shame the devils. You're on your own, fam. When are y'all gonna realize that? The police only show up. If I was to really look back and I really was to think when I was growing up, why people have such a low opinion of the police, and we're talking kids, we're talking innocent people, children. All I ever saw when I saw the police, it was always something bad. I related everything bad to the police. You know why? Because they only showed up when something was bad, something bad was going on. After the fight, after the shooting, or they pull you over and they harass you. When they show up, then even when they show up and people have been harmed, oftentimes they treat the victim like they're the suspect, like they're the assailant. No compassion, very aggressive. You call and you ask for some assistance, they show up, let me see some driver's license. Let me see some ID. They want to look around your house and all this stuff. Yo, I was just sexually assaulted. They can see bruises on your face and everything. They want to look around your house. That boy doobie. Put your hands behind your back. Fam, I'm not making this up. When I used to see the police, they always has this grimacing look on their faces. Either grimacing or stoic, right? They never wave. It's not like that today where I live. But it's still that way in the hood. In my neighborhood, the police see you, well, they know you. Hello, Mr. Dennis. You know what I'm saying? That's community. That's community policing. That's what needs to happen in every neighborhood in America. Not hood, but every neighborhood in America should have community policing where the police know the people, where they're familiar with the people, These cops, and I'll say specifically white cops who work these black neighborhoods, don't know the people, don't want to know the people, unless they want to know the people to try to figure out how they can take advantage of them. But they have no connection whatsoever. They have no human connection to the people whatsoever. They come in with a us against them mentality. They come in looking for the action, wanting to bust some heads. And then you got those who are looking to sell drugs, take drugs and sell drugs, and pit rival gangs against one another. The police is not here to protect you. Yeah, they are. You get a little residual there every now and then. You get a little something there because, it's just like if you're working on a job, any other job, and you're a slacker. Got to do just enough to get by, right? So that's what they do. Just enough to get by, just enough to, when somebody does something particularly egregious and, they go in and make the arrest, they can say, oh, see that? Y'all need us. See that? If we wouldn't have been there, if we wouldn't have went in and stopped him, he would have still been out there robbing people. He would still be out there killing people. So we killed him. See that? See that? We here for y'all. Now, step aside so we can continue to beat the hell out of you. Continue to abuse you. Continue to disrespect you. The police, the government is not here to protect you. I'm telling you, fam. Oh, they're here to protect American borders. You just happen to be inside of the border. They're not here to protect you. Anybody that was inside of that store that day that was murdered and they thought that they were safe because they was living in the U.S. and it wasn't possible that somebody was just going to walk in there and start shooting and killing them? Fam, come on now. Right now, you're in your house. You're not safe. You might think you're safe. But these fools are doing home invasions. And you don't know if it's the police or the regular criminal. Well, actually, these days, many of the police officers are regular criminals. But you just don't know, fam. You don't know if somebody kick your door in. You don't know if it's the police or, the other criminals. You don't know. So what do? You ride down the street. You can get it at any moment. People, man, everybody mad. Road rage is out of control. People pulling out guns, killing each other in the middle of the streets. Neighbors killing each other. Mothers killing sons. Daughters setting up their daddies to get killed by their boyfriends. People killing their grandparents. Ooh, man, America is a hot mess. You on your own, fam, I'm telling you. Don't you be sitting back waiting and thinking just because you got security or you live in a gated community, you good. You on your own. Don't be thinking just because you go to the library or you go to the U.S. Postal Office that you're good. You're not even good going to a police station. There are people that will show up and murder you at the police station. Sometimes it be the police. Don't you go out here with these rose-colored glasses on, fam. You better walk around here. You better have your head on a swivel. And you better be ready, because it can go down at any time. And the government is not going to save you. This is the same government that, if you are black, has put certain practices in place, has put a system in place to see to it that the playing field is never even. All of those people like Mitch McConnell and all those even Joe Biden, all of them, man, they all on the same team, fam. They're all against us. Every last one of them. Y'all better stop looking at these parties like Democrats and Republicans. I be here, Republicans be like, yeah, well, when you gonna get off the Democratic plantation? What they're really saying is, when you gonna get off the Democratic plantation so you can come over here to the Republican plantation? All the same, fam. All the same. The Republicans are just the cruds of the political assembly. They're just unrefined, for lack of a better word. They're the wild, hood. They're the hooded party. They're the hood party, like literally and figuratively speaking. They're the hooded party, and they're the hooded party. They're ghetto. They're the ghetto party. And then you got the Democrats, who are a little bit more refined, but they're still racist too. They practice it every single day. So don't be fooled. You're on your own, fam. Protect yourself at all times. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?